Hello guys, welcome back to ESENtaxa. I'm very happy to hear. In this video, we are going to explore the differences between possessing a real estate in Italy with a foreign entity, like an LTD or like an LLC, versus possessing the same real estate as a physical person or as individuals. If you're new in this channel, ESENtaxa talks about how to optimize taxes in Italy, how to find a long-term tax strategy, and we are here to help you to understand if the relocation in Italy makes sense for you or not. So if you're interested in this subject, subscribe to the channel because you will be notified every time we release a new content about these subjects. And please, if you like this content, in the end of this video, click a like button and you will help us to grow as a channel with more and more content like this one. And in the description below the video, you will find also our services as a consultant services and quotes, and our email that you can use basically to write us any kind of questions, and we are going to help you absolutely as soon as possible. So in this video, for this specific topic, we have to basically compare two situations. The first situation is when one of you guys possess already, are owners of an LTD or an LCC or any kind of other foreign entity. I'm just focusing on this LTD, the limited company, the famous UK company, one of the most common entity used abroad, just for the sake of this example, for the sake of this video. But basically this video and this kind of topic works for any kind of company. So we're going to explore basically how to purchase a property in Italy. So we have a normal house in Italy, so IT, and we have two possibilities. Either we purchase a property as with a limited company or as an individual. Okay, so this is the classical situation where you don't want to live in Italy, so you are not resident, and you're wondering if for you makes sense being a direct owner of a certain property, or owning the property through a company, and then you are direct owner of this company or indirect owner of this company because you have maybe another holding company at the top of it. But this depends on your structure. So the first question is, can we purchase a property in Italy with a foreign entity? The answer is yes, absolutely yes. So Italy doesn't put any boundaries, any constraints, so we can actually purchase a property with a foreign entity, and we can also purchase a property as individual. So we can be a non-resident, purchasing a property in Italy that we can use as a holiday home, or basically we want to put it under rent. So it's gonna be basically a classical real estate, investment real estate, okay? So what's the difference between those two operations? The first difference is that you are taxed in different ways. So you have a common taxation, but the individual has more chance to optimize their taxes. Because when you purchase a property in Italy as individual, you will be taxed if you purchase a property in as same as the LTD. So you're going to purchase a property with a 9% cadastral registry tax, and also with the LTD. But the difference is that if you're a physical person and you're living in Italy, you move your residence in Italy, this can be your first home, and then you have the chance to apply for the first home benefit, in which you will pay the registry tax, the cadastral tax only at 2%. Okay, so it's a big discount at the level of purchasing the property. But also, you can also put the property under rent and you will receive a revenue. And this revenue, as an individual, can be taxed in 3 different ways. While as an LTD, as a foreign entity, can be taxed only one way. So, in both cases, when you put your property under rent in Italy, you will be taxed at an ordinary RPF taxation, which means that you will have the progression tax rate from 23% up to 43%, okay? Based on your revenue. Of course, if this is your only Italian revenue, for sure you will start from the lower rate, okay? This is common for as individual and as LTD. But as individual, you will have also the possibility to opt for the flat tax on rent, which can be at 21% in general cases, but can be also for specific scenarios pushed down to only 10%. Okay? And this flat tax in Italian is called cedolare secca. Cedolare secca is not applicable for entities, for foreign entities. Okay? So this is the first difference. Okay? So discounting taxes when you purchase a property, because the physical person, the individual, could benefit of the prima casa benefit, first home benefit. And the second advantage is that as an individual, if you possess directly your home as an individual, you will have, if you put your home under rent, you will have the possibility to apply the 21% or 10% flat tax. And the cedolare secca option is something that we have described in this channel. So if you want to see this video in which we talk about the cedolare secca, just look at our ESENtaxa channel and you will see the direct video related to the cedolare secca and how to pay 21% and when to pay only 10%. As an LTD, we only have the option to apply the RPF taxation. The RPF taxation is the taxation in which you will have the progression, as we said before, but the differences between the flat taxes is that when you have to pay a certain amount of euro after the calculation, this amount of euro can be also subtracted with 90% deduction, or called in Italian detraction, that you can also have because you refurbish your property. So you refurbish your property, you pay a certain amount of money, from 19 up to 50% of this value can be subtracted against your taxes. And this works only when you apply the RPF taxation and not when you apply the flat tax. So the RPF taxation sometimes is also convenient, even though at the first sight you will see that 21% is lower than 23, and 10% of course is nothing compared to this RPF taxation, but the RPF taxation allows you to have an amount of tax to pay that can be reduced afterwards if you have some work done to refurbish your property. And this works either you are a physical individual, either you are a foreign entity. What is instead the advantages of possessing your property with a foreign entity? Well, obviously you don't possess yourself this home, you have a layer between you and your property, so you have in terms of protection, an entity always separates the assets from you, from somebody that is looking for you because he's looking for money, so you have some creditors and you have some debt. And this might be a problem when you possess straight property as an individual. So an LTD or any kind of entity or foreign entity can protect the home better. They can have an extra layer of protection in terms of possessing your. And from the operational point of view, an LTD which possesses a home just as an investment. So here we're not talking about LTD that is running in Italy as a branch or they have a business in Italy. This LTD is not registered in Italy as an operative company. We just use this foreign entity. We are just here analyzing the scenario where the foreign entity is only possessing a real estate just for the sake of investment, for enlarge your wealth, and to put this property under rent. And that's it. This is the only way to possess your property without opening any activity and without registering this foreign entity in Italy as an Italian one, without associating to this company any partita IVA. And how we do the declaration, how we provide the Italian tax file return when we are in this situation. For the individual, it's very easy. There is the modello persone fisiche, which is the Italian tax file return for not resident, in which you only declare the RPF that you perceive from your home if your home is under rent. But when you're an LTD, you're an entity. But for the Italian law, an entity that possesses only property as an investment one, just to receive some income from rental income, this LTD would be associated with a normal fiscal code. Okay, so a codice fiscale, which is the fiscal code, is associated to this foreign entity. And the foreign entity behaves like a physical person, like an individual. So this is the trick. So an LTD that possesses a home just for investment will be associated in Italy, in the Italian fiscal system from the Italian tax agency with a normal fiscal code for the physical person. And this is the way of possessing a property in Italy. And these are the structure from the taxation point of view that you can have when you have the company situation or individual situation. Now the question is, what is the best solution? Do I always need to purchase a property with an LTD, or is better to purchase a property as an individual? This depends case by case. It's a case-by-case analysis, and the only things that we can do is to help you to understand, based on your situation, based on your structure, based on your wealth, based on what kind of taxation you expect. We just have to provide a consultation in which we can examine your situation, your file, your document, and see exactly what is the best strategy for you, and if for you makes sense owning a property in Italy as an LTD, using your LTD, or direct as an individual. I hope you find this content useful, and thank you. And again, if you like this content, subscribe to the channel. We're going to release more and more content like this one. And please, notification bell, like button, and see you in the next video. Bye.